Well, good afternoon. This is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred. Really glad you could join me today out here in the vegetable garden. It's a beautiful day here in early spring, Pennsylvania, Zone 6. So today I thought I would share with you some tips and ideas on how you can plant Olympia spinach in your vegetable garden today. So thanks for joining me out here in the vegetable garden. I hope this aerial photo of my garden might give you some ideas for your garden. I ended up buying these transplants from Ray's Greenhouse located in Telford. I sometimes direct sow my spinach out in the garden, but this year I didn't get a chance to, although I sowed a lot of your other different types of greens. But these are something really easy to grow in your garden. These transplants cost around $1.60 for a 6-pack, so it's very affordable. You know, my wife and I just love our leafy greens in our family. You know, they're full of phytonutrients, you know, plant nutrients. You know, they're full of vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin K. Spinach is very high in iron. It's got plenty of protein and calcium in it, and so just packed full of nutrition for us if we want to maintain a healthy body. And so I'm really looking forward to planting these in the garden, and so I'm going to be planting these in the bed right behind me. So follow me along. So before you plant your transplants, or any transplants in your garden, you want to make sure you work through your soil. I use here in our gardens my garden fork. You know, that way it doesn't disturb the soil microbes in the soil. And so, you know, go through it, work through it both directions. Make sure your soil is nice and loose. You know, the looser the soil, the further those roots are going to spread out, taking up more nutrients and resulting in a larger plant. So anyhow, I'm coming in about 12 inches from the end of my raised beds and spacing these about 10 inches apart. And you know, it's always good to pull one of these out and just check the root system if you're at the market. Make sure it's not root bound. But anyhow, I planted 8 of my plants and I have 4 more to go. And sometimes if these plants don't come out of the pack, it's good to, you can use your fingers and tear the pack open. And so I just have 4 here to go. What I'm doing is I'm just taking them out of the pack and going to lay them on the soil here. You want to try to be real careful. Again, making sure you provide a good 4 to 6 hours of sunlight for this spinach. And so I'm just going to simply take my hand and dig a little hole, planting at about the same depth as it was in the pack, and then I just use my 4 fingers and press it into the soil a little bit. Again, something really easy to do. You can also plant these on your patio if you want. If you don't have a big yard or a garden, these would do well on a patio. Just make sure you use compost. And so I just have 1 more to plant here. And then you want to make sure you just water them in real well. You want to get out all the air pockets out of the soil. And so growing these spinach transplants is something really easy to do. And so anyhow, I hope this was able to give you some tips and ideas on how you can grow spinach in your garden. Let me encourage you to think about growing it in your garden. It's something really easy to do. I have my little friend out here joining me today. Billy got his hair cut about a week ago, so his hair is nice and short. Have his little sweater on. And so anyhow, I just want to thank you for joining me today out here in the garden. If you have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also visit us at PlantSmartLiving.com, and there you can learn more about gardening and also how you can reclaim and restore your health by adopting a whole food, plant-based, vegan lifestyle. Anyhow, hope you have a wonderful day today. So until next time, this is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred.